And you would admit that 3,500 shillings in comparison to the initial price of 6,000 shillings is quite affordable for farmers, and this would significantly boost the food production. But a lot of people would say that at such a low price, it would be expected that such fertilizer, would incur some sort of contamination or changes. Do you believe in the integrity of, whatever fertilizer has been? According to that price range, the quality, would it be, top notch?
All right, the story of, the thinking that quality goes with cost.
Yes,
but
one would say
one would say that,
yes.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that, because sometimes cost can mean somebody want to have a big cut or a big profit, and therefore put the cost very high, very exorbitantly,
right.
And it doesn't mean that the quality is compromised. Now, what happened in this plan of ours? We were very alert.
Right.
In that arrangement, when we were saying the fertilizer should be 2,500, then we said one of the alert is coming. We need to make sure that we undertake is to make sure that the fertilizers which are being supplied conformed to the quality required by government and by farmers. So this program I've just said that we have continuous checks is to be alert to make sure that they don't go back and compromise on quality, because we are very clear and specific on what we expect to be delivered to the farmers at every other time when we are distributing this fertilizer. So we are alert on that. But we also realize that this fertilizer, yes, you can get at that price.
Right.
Yes.
So initially you're saying that the price had been compromised by quote unquote.
You remember it used to be 7,000.
Yes.
Yes. So yes, it used to be 7,000. Yeah. So you can also guess what was happening in the in the mix.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think if there is something this government has done, which is remarkable, is to really come to the aid of farmers and support farmers who are producing food for this nation by lowering the price, by subsidizing the farm input. And it is not only all over the world. Farm inputs are subsidized. And we are on the right track, let me tell you, on this journey.
Would you say that other farm inputs, because we don't just need fertilizer, there are very many other inputs, and of course the State Department is responsible for a lot of these inputs, would you say that they are at a fair price for farmers to produce the most with?
We are doing an analysis to see to what extent can we really subsidize other farm input. Yes. Of course, we have not come up with sort of a final report on that, but we feel that we need to look at the full spectrum of the farm input based on the best practice. We look at how best the government can really support farmers. So in the event we realize that there are other farm input which we may need to really subsidize, I think the government at that point will come up with a position. But based on a serious thorough analysis, as we talk now, we are very busy also looking at best practices across the world. What normally happen and what is to be subsidized and how are they subsidized? And why are other countries, other states doing better in farming to an extent that they are able to export their products to Kenya or to other countries. So those are the deep analyses we are trying to engage so that we also make sure that whatever we bring to the table for Kenyans is the best.
All right. Now, we have like a minute or so to go looking at Kenyans right now, knowing that there are, you said 6.4 million farmers who are looking at you right now, a lot of them looking forward to the long rains. What would you tell them when it comes to fertilizers, when it comes to the quality of fertilizers that they are getting, when it comes to access to the fertilizers? Could you give a tentative timeline within which farmers will be getting the fertilizer that they need in order to produce the food that we need?
All right, the first part I want to say is that the fertilizers we have identified under the subsidy program are quality fertilizers. They meet all the standards. And the government, through the Ministry of Agriculture, is continuously monitoring the distribution of these fertilizers and ensuring that the quality is maintained. Number two, in terms of access to these fertilizers, because I think that is a big issue here, I know there was a hitch which some of the government has addressed in terms of making sure that we take the fertilizers the right place at the right time. I want to assure farmers that on areas where the farmers are now farming, they are on season, we intend to clear the backload within the next 2 weeks, so that those farmers go to farming.
All right.
Their business is not to queue. We have agreed. It's not to go and queue and talk about several days and months in the queue.
Right.
Their business is to go and produce. That one we are aware.
Right. And
that is why we want to address these issues within the next 2 weeks. We have sorted out the issue of our distribution. Additionally, the county government with us, there's something which is mentioned in silent, that some farmers are saying we need to be registered. We have engaged the county government now to register farmers who have not been registered. And they are now going down to the farms, because this is the work of the county government to go to the farm, down to the farms, then verify the information the farmers has given. And we have given the county government 2 weeks. We have even added some other staff called agropreneurs to go back and support the county government to register farmers. We have also put sort of a desk outside every depot, whereby farmers can also come and be assisted in terms of verification of data. And we have allowed the people who are on the ground to check, to be able to edit the system, because they are the one who have the raw data, and they are able to serve the farmers there and then.
Right.
Maybe the last one, which is important to the farmers,
Yes.
is I want to tell the farmers to go back to the farm.
Right.
Yes. And
Average
then
age 61. That's crazy.
Yes. Because we are on a very serious business here. In fact, in terms of the way we are planned as a ministry, we want to really engage the farmers to go